And it's because we are really risking it.
Because that means omo ye niyama biya expose you to getting the sexually transmitted infections. Those are the risky behaviors. And then you would have thought to say, once I engage in risky behavior, no, then you should have been thinking of using the condoms, protection. No. But then you realize that the condom use is rather declining. You get it? Because from 2022, Nana condom use amount in Bearman was about 47%.
No more time use.
No more time use. And then by 2022, I conformed to 28%.
That is almost a condom in the crab.
Na man also. And no, almost so the no, I'm moving from about 24%, no, about a form to about 10% thereabout.
Wow.
Which is rather not good. So now we have to ask ourselves, what is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on? People have heard, at least my one on the younger ones. I'm going to say, "Ebi omu huye, omu hu senior 8 etie." Because those days, no, esha si no na edrone ho. In the way, so when you HIV infection na chere say oh twan ama time ma obewo nti na ye chere pictures eye ehun ye
obo nipa kasa ni niama but say some almost say
and
the challenge.
Yes,
obi a relax
nti eno no e de insuro bi bae but sisi ano ye chere no because sisi ano ye mpe HIV has changed the infection because it's a draba. Until we in Crawford HIV and HIV infection no. So yes until the natural now Crawford share looking for that. But this time you won't see that. And don't see persons living with HIV will rather be looking fine and looking beautiful and nice. Okay, but they are infected and can transmit the infection.
It's all different.
It is that those days I actually saw na in Kuala Gen Z's no. They were not around. And na those days no so na ye hu na ye ti. We call radio be no. If it's not on, it's not in.
What happened
no,
to the adverts
and all those things? That is where.
What happened to the advert? It was of course the same. I would do video no too. United Television and at DSTV channel 360. I say my health, my life, Jumedie and I wash and ne yesipono. A serious issue because I think it's very personal and very serious to have the younger population infected with HIV/AIDS. I feel no money. That nipano so no so boys said 3. Na girl no so boys said 2. And I just imagine the infections. Ebeko answer na all new between 15 to 25. I feel na nipanini. So answer na nipan body 40 and you can just imagine the number of people that are infected with this HIV/AIDS okay sir. So it's a very serious public health issue. And yes, some kids most of by Masha Red, many brabre, and yes, some kids and nothing about Tunsa, after Madam Caroline Ankasa, National AIDS Control Program, program officer of Honomo, a buyer, and I'm at from midwife, no Swankasa, or more musician, a school for no, you know, and a master of friend, or more tested no, Mr. Setajuman should say, and the air boss uncle because I some a mood. It's in patches. Say now do a few now so Yakasafa, the HIV infection, a costro within the younger generation, and no come up and a year bono any. So I'll come to what we can do to seize it. But Auntie Rosetta, yes, someone am a problem nice. Yes, some family planning, some Kwalano. Answer no because like obi wo JHS cry about family planning. And risky behavior idiot. Risky impemo grow na ya shada brofudin risky behavior. It's not risky impemo grow die. Omudi ni basa. So should I blame the midwives?
You know,
with the family planning methods they are giving the kids?
No and yes. So no, because sana abofra bia betu anamon say or ba be family planning method no. Na sa abofra no yen kan ni say abofra when it comes to sexual activities be. Because at that time no ono ankasa etu ginaye
ama ne ho say why ready say opese odi mpa so agro ena all right say oba yenso yetie nenum asem ye de ne say ye be try say ye ne obe kasa ye be tuufo but say abofra ana enipa bia se nitimo pose opese or have sexual intercourse there na chese that time no ono wafa no say we adults say ye fa Ghana laws na ye de ba beka in Ghana law no akradi 16 years laws ne ma ne ho kwan so we have sex sana yemra na ewo krom ha na etie but then akra o ye below 16 years eba na wo hwe said ne body ne body eye no ahyehye ne waye afa na enye se oye virgin na waba oye obi a wa start a wodi mpa so agro deda nti sa akra na waba no wo de a obeye ne say anka obeka abstinence but nipa no obetimi abstain a anka already no breaking the virginity nti ye pese sebe yebo oman Ghana ho ban awo bebre no yete so na yenya oman papa a ye healthy na afin so ye pese abortion ye ebedo so na mekasa abortion a criminal abortion wo mo ankasa de nro bi hye o masene ade ebedo so asebia no so kum ye nkora na ye pa nti no wo ba ye de ye betufo ye be churchill na wo ankasa wa make informed choice. Some, in fact, most of them even come with their mothers. Ebia na oba time na hu se ne ba na si so abrabo bi kwan bi so a e de ngwase bebre busua no. Na sisi a ye hwe nso se omo education no, omo be ko nkan. Nti no ye mpese nyinsan e be stop omo okwem. Enu nti no they come for the family planning method. Na omo aba na ye ya cheche omo awi no, it's up to them to make an informed choice. Nti omo ba ye cheche omo say abstinence at your age there anka abstinence but abstinence no eho ye nka ho asamo because o kan nipa na ba obetimi abstainia anka wa maso be family planning into na the next thing ne say anka ye condom use any de aka ni nyina na ye education na ye mo te ase se wo fa methods ni nyina family planning methods ni nyina esi ebo ho ban efri nyinsa nko aho eka eba no sexually infected diseases and STIs any HIV AIDS eka ho na eno embo ho ban ye ka che omo pa
nti they are aware
ye tu omo fo ye ne omo bonko moko akire nanso no akwa akoye se se genzi said my sister AUC no social media play a very big influence
account be on
yes. And then no ubehwe ye se akrabi na zugi omo watem se omo azugi bi apayo na chese obi sexual video eda bonting and cranking kisi GHS SHS there are some of the viral videos online ya obekwa akohwe ana ye school ye be yi so okunumu ye nya sa dia ye ba beje wom so you see the mentality out there and what social media is doing to our youngsters first no na HIV ade bi ya sebe ye ka HIV a ye hwe se mpenifo omanyini a sebe ebi mu kra first no most of them omotu kwan yakwa amano ne yakobo tutu
oyem kwa show
sebe ene jantra bra no omona no motaye HIV eno ti no first no de ne ye ka HIV anka kra de enka enfam kra bia ho but then no because HIV no and who young people they are advocating menya HIV also through the social media and I'm on my medications I'm fine and all of that into my area no sisi ano ehu na first e wo ho na ye ka ho asem say ehu no eni hobiem into because of enunti no ama akoye to say the normal malaria and other diseases and infections that we get exactly into social media and so a very bigger platform. But then when it comes to the family planning asemna omuba na say omunya ye free we say oh me nyem nyinsem bi ani honoma they forget that wakache omu say ba no HIV na STI sa edro na ede awono no eno ensi ho kwan ensi oh feel say when you freedom 100% freedom to have any form of sex any style anytime anywhere sa mo feel say one more certificate say omo nko no mko yes ade no enu nti no omo adwin free HIV AIDS na ye ka ho asem no any STIs na aka ne ho na afi empemu agro die nkwa because after all menyem so the perception of me free gives them that kind of I say ne ho ahotoso say oh me having sex anyhow because at the end of the day I'm not going to get pregnant. But the ebe from ofidie so as I kai ye mofra ne young people no muti ni say as much as wabon ho by why family planning method. And then most of them are even using the morning after pills, which is the emergency contraceptive. And also in some baby. And also you can say
it's stable on its own.
Yes. And you know, Nyama Dawson, Nyama Edi protected to see a crown. You will get a 12 years who is now coming to teach you a 30-year-old how to use natural methods be and in your money maybe a fear only be makushia oh yeah and also a man in
forgetting about the
it's about we have prioritized the new saying and we are forgetting the deadly part of the whole show. Sana sisi akwakoye and you know ama and in fact young girls are coming in for the family planning method more of these days.
And I went to a clinic now. Oh
yes.
Hey.
Yes.
I was like, really?
Of course, some of them, their mothers are tired. What can the obey? Can why you obey? What bompa? Why you obey?
Social media network on TV and then also on DSTV channel 360. I didn't see that you jai condom ni use. The boy needing. And I net unye binto. Ana there why share your views why most mon can share me dentia mon pesa mo be share Auntie Rosetta condom ni share den
bio
internet
ni share den
I didn't na ni share den
oh na say ni condom den ni share yen share bi nchi
ba church mo e bia no munim so omo time no
and in fact e bi so share ba mo nhye ni ye
ebi nso hye nso mo nhye ne yie
nti no so kofa nsem bebree ba
sa
patron
enti e hye ne sen
nti condom no ye wo ma de na ye wo ma de
okay
na opesa
ma de is it readily available
ma de no aya mostly no family planning stations no and na obenya and also ye free nti so mo ba ye wo mothers ne bi o mo ba beje ebi mo ba beje pa
free so
free
enti the one the baba first
ebia ya be
okay enti we ma de no
it's a condom ne de wo be sha e so won sa
okay
so we your TV so nti e was so won sa because ebia na in fact the sexual activity na nkasa no wo ba be di impartial there should be cleanliness nti I was so won sa not really because of the condom but the condom is very important though but at least wo be have affair you have to wash your hand ebia we dware awie. That one we know your hands are clean. So that condom no BB material. Inti sa ode onsa ho fin ekokoka sebe ode introduce infections e dia moba no. Into our own say we no we're looking out for expiry dates. Into ube ho ase ha. Ai.
Oh okay.
E mema de ne ma de ni nya. Mema de ni ma de no so ni.
Okay.
Into no na wa hwe expiry dates no. Ube expiry dates na hwe say.
Expire. Robert dey say expire wetin be use.
Pacho da bi ebetimi atentem ana say potential ewo no entimi ebe kofo.
Okay.
Ntu be expiry date no. Afi nso no na afi wo de won sawe. Emia so ahwe. Umi ahwe se mfama bi be fi mu aba.
Oh okay.
Nti se mfama bi anfi mu ma na chese ye dey. Enti enkwan bi anna ho. Se mfama afi ho ba na chese it's not usable again.
Okay.
Nti we wie ni sa na ahwe nim no wate. We ye mad no.
We ye mad no.
We ye mad.
But fa come on
me de. Nti na we bia no say.
Okay.
To bia no say ya we ye new one asisi ya aba. Ma wo me nsa de da wo. Nti na ye say wo nsa no because you are going to hold it directly in your palm.
Okay.
Nti ma wo me nsa no we ye ma new one na aba no.
New one aba.
There is this sponge cushy thing inside.
Okay.
First no na ye ring. To say they are no hati nka ring bi nso da ase ho no mo kama nti no na nka wo bechim nti wayi ni say ni sisi ase de wait here no na afi akosua kuma ni nie.
Okay ye fa say
akosua kuma ni nie. Okay. Camera no wanya me ye ho nti uye ni say ya yours is to squeeze this parts.
Okay.
First no anka ye ring nti easily squeezable we ni a bit we kakra.
I a sponge.
Yes nti ube mia ni say.
Okay.
But make sure say ano ha say no e kwan eda ho no.
Okay.
Na afi we pia de ahye akosua kuma
we ma condom
no
wow
nti akosua kuma na me de ahye mu kama no to wo de hye mu wie se ya na fe wo de ahye labia majora no wakosua kuma no anu no kese no wo de be make sure say wo de cover ho no mu nyina na wasom obesom whilst is in situ and say
ebeyi ana betwe akoshem
there be say unsom na be ma no efa na yi no entimi nwura mu ye nto onya de hyem wie se de ade yi wa ha yi a
but you speak to the ways to dodo
umpeso be pra enti no na wa be ma no sebe ode ne ho ewrem tu be hu se obedi agro come out because of we no so holdi up so it's not coming to come out MP abonten
na we dey say this our baby a we di pemu agro bi da
I saying
because we di pemu agro want me mpianjem
so we are virgin and ma be ma nen she
me pa show you okay and so we are
no wa yen say
obechi so you virgin o be breaking is here into also audition now
be na until the be ma nen she mai until obechi obe yen say na o de yin nkakra da bia nka
okay
na o de yin nkakra eno abeba bo
wow
until yin say wi a na fe wa chechira no fine na wape we no na o de ashemu back o de ashemu back na o rubber bia poly bag to bia na wa chichi wo na wa make sure say enye water closet mu
we find sure water closet mu
okay ba kwa kosi enye gata mu nso ye pa mo chow nti wo de chichi o rubber mu a na wa pe dustbin bi na o de atum kama ena emema de no nso saa enti na say yen yusu we on o peketwa mate enti eno nso be expiry date ni ya wo yen sadeda na wa make sure say
eno nso be mia
eno nso ye mia omo fi omo ni mo nti wo hwe yen no na wo sua na we nso ya te
onsaye oil
onsaye oil
mama sense okay ate
nti we nso we ni say ya ohun obema ni ni bema ni ni ohun
bema de the say I your front and back bema de your front and back
there be say o say ense say won dane no
okay
wo dane na wa obema we na ko di inside we no so ye reason say wo wonom enti we no obeso ha o she condom na you always have to make sure so obeso ano no na fe wa roll ne down kaka na eko de enti a wo so ha se be ya mfama enko ho no afi nso no ebe accumulate sperms no
okay
e de amaye pacho ya test
okay na condom no more the sizes
pacho
and now one size fits all
condom ne de efabia just that you see I the strawberry the other ya ka mo se be ya nika nti no sense ni ade bi ni ade nti no eno so boa nti no ye that type no ba we obi a react to latest most of the condoms na latest rubber no nti obi ho no ma rubber extra na mo cha na rashes nti wo sa nipa no na chese condom latest no enye ma se say aye wo other ones bi or slim ones bi wo no ma I've heard saying latest until you have to look out for some of those ones. Until we know so yeah, obeso ano no, betri ano ni say asom. Obe hold this sperm no, making sure say ohonjo e wo ba ni mu kra ansa na wa ye say wo ba bi.
Oh okay.
Enye say
omo hye condom na omo wi omo eja to me na dem sa
na hu do asem aka oba na say. Afi wu yi be ma na afi nti no eduma wo ye nya be ye kwa because ebe kem and I come so sometimes I na you feel say you use so I careful so that you be so hani ye na spams na call yes I be spread ya ba say ehwie na say ka oba na kosuakuma ho baby a spams no mutu mrika wo nti you might think that say obi a wa ye coitus interruptus ofi say we yi ne be ma no but in the process of who you know say bi kra so kra betimi anyin sen oba no and I know so betimi akofa yare wo ma e betimi still akofa ba nti no wo be so ha nti say aye say na we ye wie no na wa chechire ne kama
eno so ba chechire
wa chechire ne kama na eno so o de ahye na eyi ne mu back we no so ho hia enkoto ntwe baby ya keke na no so they share rubber polythene no watch now they are so that's been
wow
and see
yeah so just send obe boss kakra about senior obe who say side way na e wo say eko mu no because omaye ne te say may his soul rest in peace and akona do ne
yes
the channel so I don't up like this into near e wo top no and I was say wa bontin say na obetimi a rolly because one rolly na say wo fa the opposite side e the trial and share and share so a wontimi and sign danisa same condom no use because before say obekomu no e be some fluid seminal fluid be out who say clear fluid and also na HIV no say condom nti what the wrong side share na say who say wrong na what done ne sa na fluid sa fluid no e wo ma ho mo no bo
ma sa seminal kan sisi an san bo obium o si be man no the be man no story a fluid bi asensuo kakra bi ba ade na no asensuo very very slimy sansuo no
and also
HIV money bi wo so enti men di agro men fan di agro say o enye sperm nti anu de ahwinim
okay enti sa fluid ni seminal fluid in fact enu mu na HIV no wom
sa fluid no crop na
because sperm no HIV nim
wow this is
enuntina otimenya obi a wo HIV positive even oba no omo me to me positive so mbetimi awo negative baby because sperm no so HIV as sperm no ni HIV so your ban so a egg no so any HIV
seriously this is really an eye opener for all of us so seminal fluid no won say be man we di agro won say na nsuo na o shego na fe no ba betwe Asha condom na sa de na ewura obo de da
obo si se odo be brush ansa na
Jesus condom na
santa brush period no sa fluid na ye tro so HIV clear no eno ma wo fu se nye sperm no eno kwa no na HIV is ne na mu no
because sperm no ntimi hu ne yenim
wow
and then another thing is aside say ombe make sure some much channel the right way until if you mistakenly don't wear it properly and use the wrong side I was say to cha sa actually now use for okay and then the other thing say because fluids are so be HIV in higher quantities it may infect you obi no nasi oba nasi nsuo any sperm no I mean seminal fluid yes semen your friend is semen any moja and then no nsuo any these days the rectal fluid okay nti omo di personal agro no we condom no outside ni nyina ye oba no asensuo no and na wo outer part of condom no nti se wonsa ebia wo kata na ebisa na wo de sane sa de year then you are creating another problem. It is what tissue be say and I say toilet roll and I say be out me the kata say na or there no train or train so ideally what train who there me and sana pepolitan fashion na chichere instead of say nka obe chichere no and also another issue so as much as possible we can avoid
some of the better
now the yi or you pet now one say then you will now do it you know and just to add on to what Mr. Jiman said you know the testing the age of consent your policy is not being so an issue because per the laws of the land say obin the 16 years the person should not consent. I mean you cannot test that person without the parental and the guardian consent okay and that is the problem But then say nipa kono di 16
planning dey omo ba
nipa kono someone di 16 na say wanyensa deda ana wawo ana say waware na dey bituna ya ama no enti sa policy no so we say hwem and aside that condoms no GS so another policy wokọ schools no mo second cycle institutions no so wokọ education e be catch raw say menka condom asem because yen no ye sinu almost a senior counseling. So we are not supposed to talk about condoms in secondary schools as part of education. And so more, yeah. And I think we need to take a critical look at that. You get it? Because more, yeah. So empowering people. And then another thing is to demystify. Nkrofo say ebia obi use condoms. It means say obi a obo jamai ana akwalabone. So we need to, you people should help us demystify that. Na am microphone who say condom use no. It means that you are responsible and it's for infection prevention. You get it, instead of the promiscuity and all that, pregnancy and also. I mean, I think that's just a little that I want to add on to what they have said.
Wow.
Now Abi me ba say na sister come bibi say condom no fluid na eba no eno na eyewe. Nti there are some people that obekwa koye anal sex raw office penetration through the vagina no e ho momo na asem
no nti on
so do e ho no ma no okoshe condom
e na make no
na okoshe condom e na condom no so yen reuse enkasa me use we me san kwa polisi ho amba nti me san kwa polisi
condom ni part 2 ala
pacho me san ko reuse and there are some people we be or dental issues be ne mu nyina ayoko ni ade and the way people will do blow job and other things do a whole lot of things even before the sexual intercourse no you may use the condom but if you have typical dental issues now koye blow job ni ade na any kind of fluid never banti obesesa nema
it was for my try ho encombra to say about Robert because at some way dear makacha was anything na masha ready no many bra ho na entry encombra
Mitini mo honam na ya me ya me hwi na asie yi awokura sanso de me
we de kafra na so ya de dem ne manu edu we hia procode
ene nansa ena me call drugstore ekoto procode na so still na mitini da so pai me procode nkra eni
mama hwe Debbie eye fake person yan ko drugstore ho me pacho ye to procode Debbie enye we
oji na we so ye adwuma pepepe se procode na ne bom so edefom
na menti asesa manfo ba se wo mpe prokoda muyi fake edema wo mo ente sanso a muyi foforo kire wo mo se eyi adwuma de sese ne prokoda yi adwuma na nso da bi edu etumi bo ama ho to wontam de eno ani prokoda kojak fo na ye senye kojak prokoda enya ade ye be
enti we no original procode no ya twere kojak go so ena na hyanso de so boso kojak no
se ye tipa ye pepu university anasa ohonerodo wa edu ebetimi aboa ma ho ato wontam de eno ani prokoda kojak fo na ye
procode KOJACH procode
Sankratwe FD ajato mu se eye
to mean Chenya oba any pechemo ana dear bedachi. Now so ubit me bwana manenya pomodin free ne mo France. Yamvita ye the milk pap pebi. Ni nutrivi aye ye nkwada ediania eye de na ahodia ewo mu no bo mo fra pomodin. Anyo impeni for sweetie chopa. Yamvita gumo do bebre. Yamvita, a delicious way to grow. FDA aji ejedi in kratoyatum.
When malaria strikes your home, it strikes everything. Sleep, peace, and even work. Don't miss deadlines because of malaria. Don't lose your sleep to malaria. No more endless worry because of malaria.
Ole noko enough.
Fight malaria back with Vegetem. Vegetem is effective, safe, and fast-acting against malaria. With its alu-alu packaging, Vegetem tablets stays effective right to the very last tablets. Vegetem is also available in suspension for children. Vegetem, tough on malaria, easy on you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
We say from the master sema train my train honsema aba sesia yedi aseda kese pa ma Vegetem told on malaria malaria dro tatatwe me pacho unim se wenya malaria na test na malaria nya say o feel se wenya malaria ma wa test na wenya malaria na enu ane se wakoje wo Vegetem na wafa wa de sanso na de aseda kese pa ma yam vita nkwala eduane pa omo maize omo rice omo wheat dia opebia obetimi akogebe menim say ya mamefo na ka mo no hwe na moye nkwala eduane medam aso ho sanso dia aseda kese pa ma endpoint homeopathic clinic omo se kaka ana esi yare kwa no muntumi nsa na mum apart from eno no yare bia beba endpoint bia me pacho be man endpoint be si yare na ano amano sanso dia aseda kese pa ma kantanka immaculate herbal supplement papa bwa nipediano na kojo de na fa bo ho ban ye de accident ma special ice mineral water ya ye die mu nsuo papa say the weather na ye die nsuo a ohia se obanom pa institute special ice mineral water nanom. Still in the studio with Madam Caroline Ado Danga. Yes, the no boy was sort so but now Madam Caroline Ado na Daga and Naka. She's a program officer, National AIDS Control Program. Our studio has answer now Madam Rosetta Inchua Abwaj. Shamida Bwache. Our award-winning midwife. Oye Juma ewa Lakeman Polyclinic Sansuna Yenya Bema Mr. Set Ajumai say owa Yamachi Biotech or Sansu Okole Teaching Hospital oye bio senior
and no other biomedical scientist.
Senior biomedical scientist of papa Ejuma ni diopo Ejuma ni better than ni and on and I'm not tested I don't know about my labs now.
We are ready.
I ready. Watch now. Oh, so I said that prona ye bon komo any HIV/AIDS. A man who may so elbow in my one ransom. I mean from the ages of 14, 15 to 24. The patch up. A man who may so too much. Into a chef de bear, a BC and no coin and no como and a yearbo. Won't say ya. And I know Ghana AIDS Commission for in the year announcement nobody tuja ne bomi hupa into the year bohum komo na yeah be share how do we keep this how we in our small way yeah start here there or how you TV and then yeah mo the day adam who yeah social media where the ball now where the ball all the news portals na bobo so how do we solve this problem? Because girl here when you're 15 years no answer no benya 30 enye be ma not na ho na no de betina na ho sa go do 30 no obesi semu na o semu nyina na o nyina o spread o cheche yare cheche we nso nye bronya gifts we had your beauty ma wa na che say waso wa de so. So how do we stop this?
Yeah, so to stop this we need to tackle it from different angles. I will even start with the parents. And then I move on to the teachers and the tutors, and then I take it up from there.
Okay.
Because as a parent, we need to understand that when our young ones, our kids, are having sexual intercourse, they're not coming to discuss with us. And comprehensive sexual education should start with us. Or say yen our phone, and I was say starting. Yen stop his attitude, you say yen Christopher, and Sessa and Kamusha see sex. But one in the car, and pano, what money to me be or no bet to me, and they are negotiating for so by having sex cry. About negotiating for safe sex. Are you getting empowerment? No, and now you're open now. I should say, and son a bit me yes, no. I was saying, nay and quala in ye Adam for say that we can be free. Send on bit me confiding in ye, na yen so. And then from there, no, yen call a teacher for no. A teacher for the mobile teaching no more. Sexual education work, but then send no more baby yeah bebre no bako no bebre no omo teach but omo ye crap omo teach cra omo teach no senior because sex ankasa na Ghana ha enya say atworo baby say e taboo and so oh, caught Nasi call cassette penis and never jana summer. Now, or more, you're more to say, or more. And see, we need to freely discuss this. And then, just as I talked about the policies, GES should think through educating, say, education, educating. Secondary school nkwala about condom use no enye se ebia ye pese omukọ have sex ye pese omu hu senia so be have sex kra senia obe bone ho ban senia onkonyense ana onkofa yarebi okay and that is and then the other thing aside those angles we also need to also begin to look at the condoms themselves. Are they readily available? Available. Are they available? And so we need, you indicated earlier that Adena Nancy do be so they will be brain sika na DH. You get it? Sesiano, the funders are not, and I'm happy that say Moti and Munina afraid. If you can keep doing that, okay, your radio, I mean, all the media handles. That will help us. Okay, and then our funders, which are working hard, said that GOG is doing their best procuring a global fund. They also do their, but we need more to procure as many as possible. What about the accessibility? Say, oh, hokra, ye dinkan cancer stigma. Uko pharmacy say oh koto condom. Uko na nkrofo hokra, wuntimi nka. And ani obe trauma ono kra.
Na ukra wo ye matured no kra no
I don't know obi still be baby pharmacy na bro bi na ti o. Na bra wa say I no be so me na wa ko use pa.
Ye ko kumasi ba and na me share that me that time manji was with us. Ye call filling station be so me do hono na about there were some about 4 people there na be say condom see you know they have them which one young lady me be say about say oh ntinya he na eye kama wo de ye sex a ohwe me nim first no other than anyone fee me na me sign kan me kan say pacho madam I didn't cheer why I didn't so I'm just trying to let us know how difficult it is especially young ones no on person moto a or kwa society doesn't in fact frowns on them having sex so in that case no what do we do say that they can easily access these condoms without human interaction you know Ghana is commissioned. I'm happy they mentioned they are going to have this dispensers vantage points it just dispenses them so that or be maybe for free? Public for free. Like a public mall, now washroom. Now a biwo we call a Shatawali program and then we are there. Then you go, I mean, you see that it will help us.
I think that one visited a clinic in US. Condom be brave. Like it's just kata me fa yi kropo.
Yeah, and then the affordability.
And
the affordability, no condom, no, they are for sale. We may say that they are not expensive, but sa group, no, are you getting it? And so that's another angle. And then another key thing that is coming up is that they prefer those at the pharmacy shops, just as my sister said.
The flavored ones.
Flavored ones. And that is closer to natural than no logo way. Almost the freeway.
But then you're rubber.
Almost near almost pen so boarding between 15 to maybe 35 and 45, depending on the brand you want. Okay, and so we are looking at all this as a program. To see how to dialogue with our funders, so that if we can try a few
add some
to it, say that it
because will rubber and the air barrel. Almost Tofia, where your has a rubber. But is it for safety or for?
Ideally, it's for safety. But people think that no, even though you must still enjoy. But I always say that look, if you are watching us, start using it gradually. BBR is when you get used to it, and then you know how to maneuver. And then for those men, these days we have men who almost say 2 minutes and 3 minutes and on chat now no waba. No condom no use here. Ebe mano a check.
Oh,
because feeling no the same.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
So I did
it.
You get it, but that is on the other side. But of course, it will also be a way of preventing the infection. Okay, and so these are the things. And then we have seen that now they are Gen Zs. The traditional ways that we used to use, things have changed, and so we need to move with the change.
The Gen Zs.
You get it. She talked about social media. Social media, no, and one positives, negatives. Are you getting it? So when you are looking at the social media, most of these young ones, whether you're or more, they are always there, and then they on their platforms. We are looking at getting funding to seek the help of some influencers. A lot of following. Or following na so the question be to her about condoms anywhere na ebe generate discussion na ya who be a gaps no in terms of knowledge, then we come in and now help with all that. You get it? And see we are looking at all these angles, but the key thing is funding, and we are all awake, and we are really looking at how to help curb this, because now we are beginning to have radical leaders in this continent. If at a point we get all that we want, and we need human resource to do the work,
and there's no
you get it, and then they are infected. So our governments and all other donors should understand that it is always easier and cheaper to prevent the infections than allowing people to get and then you want to treat, because that costs a lot. Okay, and so these are just a few things that we are doing to see how and then we won't leave out, as a way of prevention too, we have something that we call mother-to-child transmission. Ajiman talked about it earlier, because if a woman is so oba time that's all HIV. Otimi de maneba. Either time I onion senno, and I say I walk on, and also we na so mano infusio betimianya. And that's another area. Yes, so but we are doing well. Get to less than 5% of transmission rates. See here jinabe 9 point something until we are putting in more effort. And see and crampo no. Eliminate HIV in Kwan. Eliminate HIV and syphilis, and hepatitis B. Because the mode of transmission is the same. And say it mean ya pimfono onion seno or any of this or all of this. Now you're putting in interventions no na kola no onya any of it. And see, all these things are things that we are doing as we work towards prevention. And aside that, there are other modern technologies that we are using. We have something we call pre-exposure prophylaxis. Okay. And only enro na yede ma omonya HIV no obi nya HIV adura onnom no sandro no bi na yede ma, but just that ye man as treatment, ye man as prophylaxis. And see, and a number of adura yede be man ono no yede man se ne onnom a ebono hoban from so be kwa kwanya bi. And another way of prevention, even omo HIV no onnom aduro no ko do time bia technically no only obi koshia na mo nshako no try.
Oh, okay.
So all these things we are doing that.
Na aduro na wo de.
I don't know what pa bebre wo ho. But ansa na we be hu say me wo HIV. And I mean nibi. Sane ne o bi na di aduro be ma no. Oni bi no ye dia prevention no. Je wo koye test. Inti ye hwefo ne atiefo try and get tested, and then we'll see how from there ebeboa se ne omo nibi no na ehu because our 15 to 24 years no ebi mu wobi ebi mu nibi was so omo test na ehu se we no wobi let it through de na to edru so we onibi na ya yes, but unfortunately energy awofo no ebam because they are minus. Are you getting it? Okay. So it's a technical, it's just okay.
Madam Midwife, mo side so then am we dey boy. Ai di besia.
So I can't be she has said almost everything. But there may be reinforce e wo de oka ye nimu ye mother to child transmission. Sisi ye try your best oba time bia wo fa nyinsan a oba antenator ye wo mothers ni bi wo ho yes ye wo mothers ni bi wo ho because of enu ntisisi a no omo bebu wo fie enu so oba antenator kra ena ye wo mothers ni bi won so a waba na wabagi aduro no onnom obekwa sorry so for say ya manu nsuo bi ni ade eno beboa ama yare na ko nti wo ye den they will not take the medication. Nti no at the day we baby san say ofa we draw dey bi na still yare no egumu nti so we yes we wicked because won drain abofra ne ho o drain nkwan ho. There is nothing wrong with doing what is the spiritual aspect and as well as doing the year chill hospital nti e pa mo chow enye say wo ba ye be check o antenatal there wo kope ye be check o HIV nti no me nkokra me ye back door. And also the complications bebre ba eduowo bebre enso eba oba ne hu a yen a ye no ye hu nye hu sanso na yen kwaka wa asem abonten e na se ye hu so a ye wankasa na ye bo hu ban ye de obeto eduru so ama wankasa nso no why healthy na abofra no so ya make sure say the see ye we ya afam de bia ye be ye through the pregnancy state and after birth no eduru bi e wo so mfa ma abofra ne ade no ebi won so mo ba beje mo fra ne duru na because ono ni de no de asie ni nti no abofra na wawo no wa ma de no so mfa na abofra no ni kunu na family people are around nti abofra no so be on fama no nti na afi ho no so no there is a gap
disclosure
wahu nti sa de no ade a ye betu fu se omo be jai sa ne ma na omo ye no na omo ahwe say ye be spiritual anyway na bom that aside then so no it's for their own good na ade ba ko bi nso a mama wa ha de meka e de ato nanim say ye ka funding all right but at the end of the day in a small way no sa influencers ya ye kai enye ahibia na ebinom sabe omobeje intimi I was going to go there says to say it's all about social media so let's make good use of the social media that aside and also, yes for public education no animations we have young guys who animations now it's about comedy near the end even if you put a little comedy and the whole thing is stylish it's making you laugh but it's still teaching you people will still learn from it
and like then we used to do
yes and so we should target people like who have the technical know-how kakra not just biara keke because they may have the followers all right you may sit them down and groom them but they may not get the understanding and portray it the way you would want it to be portrayed out there so we have nurses and midwives like myself we are available and readily available so some of these things we will engage ourselves and then make sure say the home gym na the say we also have at least some of the numbers by coding numbers you know sometimes we do the numbers then we miss it and we go in for ambassadors and people with the numbers who do not have the technical know-how that platform so yes that platform so and I say okoye bibi beto abonten you may watch it feel so it's okay after all or followers ninti by the end of the day na ebi anyama bia anko yie e wo ba bia anka obi a owo health sector ni mu no ebetimi aye no waye ni ye nse won so ye hwe I think so last one I made the best in say your policies now I don't know but if you are on the at the labor ward you realize that we now have a lot of ashawo excuse my language a man hookups na adults
sex workers
sex workers permit my language sex workers and hookups no adults WhatsApp near DSSA, you know, if you have married men, responsible men, and other people going around, but near me go on phone, so ne group will be almost everywhere you go. So hookups, young girls, young girls, you know, a bit more so a row. Into no ethics near maybe ask summer. Near woman say, dear me many who labor ward say, we have a lot of these sex workers getting pregnant at the end of the day and they have HIV. Most of them are not Ghanaians.
Oh yeah.
Most of them coming now, they are not Ghanaians. Inti omo bani omo kono who sees to it?
Who monitors them?
Who is monitoring Sagabwe? And then these hookups have become so much. I would say the majority of the hookups started from the foreigners because they wouldn't want to do it at their own home where people know them. So they prefer to travel to a different place and do it. And this is what I had a case where the young lady was like, Onimpasa or HIV. From Nigeria, and then she traveled here, and she's a sex worker. She's a sex worker. First she was on her medications, but madam where she into jai medications no. She started dating ne pimp no a boss. Inti opese on fire any mama me no. And she got pregnant in the line and came. And then if you look at the number of people she said she has slept with. So you know,
okay.
Mr. Jubai.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Mom pioneer to me, and you be brave. Maybe them the back and we chat to and say, "Yanni concentrated too much in the cities." And cranny free, a crass in a bar and crying. Or by an MBA, say I'm for education now, man will crass one son or a bank crying her. Answer no better condom use no name my best for number. And crank it to a bank and you are vulnerable because our bank or baby be cra no way no be so only no bet na nebeban who said what dear amano education na ye can say obia nye bi ye status ye DP media aban na aban so spend sika kakra na say am hwe public account committee or more procedures so Ghana will stop. Ghana will stop.
And with far papers now so World AIDS Day launched surge in HIV/AIDS worrying Ghana AIDS Commissioner Diato intervening to a best celebrity World AIDS Day. I'll say there is a surge in the new HIV/AIDS infection with approximately 334,721 people living with HIV, while 15,290 new cases, including young people between the ages of 15 to 24, are being reported. And the water person, Daily Graphic, if I show this today, Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. And happy year, and that one. The time on Swas. Auntie Garo, would you be Kakaba so sorry?
Yeah. Me the best so say it's a HIV now. It's not just a health, it's a public health issue. And so we say foul one. A baby foul because senior etino. Until be a wolf a teacher for baby wherever you find yourself. Especially with our young persons, the 15 to 24 years. Okay, let us all try to be educators. Unima, don't do it. Link up to where they'll do it right. Okay, and then we all help to reduce our new infections.
Reducing new infections is the key.
Yeah,
because and then yeah. Baby, I would join. No be diabetes. Kwalai abi. Mema insa be in kwala na mope. Era mi bisa se kwala ne so munya na wan. Kwala ni nya na wan.
Transgenerational sex no. In the sense say no, the older men are going for the younger ones. And the younger guys are going for
yeah. Me no doctor feeling my body. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Get me the body and come up and a trapper. My health, all my life, oh. Me inquiring my pomade, my health, all my life, oh. My pomade, me inquiring my health, all my life. Me inquiring my pomade, my health, all my life. My pomade, me inquiring. Me no doctor feeling my body. Tell a friend to tell a friend, get me the body and come up and trap up, baby. Hey, Robert, I'm so sorry. Since me won't come, do you wanna learn more? And I get ready, cause it's all about you. My health, all my life, oh. Me inquiring my pomade, my health, all my life, oh. My pomade, me inquiring my health, all my life. Me inquiring my pomade, my health, all my life. My pomo didn't mean cry. It's all about you, family. On your TV. Mean cry in my pomo day. My health, all my life, oh. Mean cry in my pomo day. My health, all my life, oh. My pomo didn't mean cry.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Avoiding injuries, easy. Winning, easy. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted groundnuts. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make me ready. Taste and energy, made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Nipa enyiro na nani ahode ebafo empo emabunu bi ebre ewo anim nanso eni yade biara wo no mekanfo Optovision Eye Clinic ediamao. Optovision Eye Clinic provides diagnosis and world-class affordable treatment for all eye diseases including glaucoma, cataract, any yade ahodo pi. Dear Stronko Krani said, Optovision Eye Clinic were quality designer space. A hood webe fatal. Send you penny biara. It is a when you ya. Anasa when you want the other form. Anasa upese who are dear year. Unim baby assessa over. Optovision Eye Clinic.
Get ready, gone. The queen is back, and she is bringing the heat like never before. It's the Shea Concert 2025. The